Here we are, another episode of Attack on Show.
I'm Rob E.
I'm Patrick Harney. Now, before you do anything, oh wait, should we be talking like this because of who we're talking about, what show we're talking about this episode? You should go on there, hit the like, subscribe, comment, hit the fucking notification button.
If you don't, we will find you.
Exactly.
I can't do it.
Yeah, the fucking Peaky Blinders will find you.
That's right. Speaking of which, on this episode, Patrick, so excited to talk about this. We're going to do first a Movie Maniac Minute to get you guys caught up, but then what we're really excited about, I'm binge-worthy.
We're talking about the Peaky Blinders.
Fucking Peaky Blinders. Yes. We're finally going to get a new season soon, so we thought this was the perfect time to discuss Peaky Blinders. Currently on Netflix.
Yep.
BBC, if you're in the homeland. Right?
If you're back in Britain, if you're in London.
And then after that, we're going to take a look.
Drinking tea. And eating crumpets.
They ain't drinking tea on this show.
No, they don't.
They'd be making fun of us for mixing some Coke in our cups.
True, they drink whiskey.
I can't believe you don't have a cigarette with you.
Ah! Damn. Could just be chain smoking the whole episode.
I don't know how they do it. After Binge Worthy, we're going to take a look at Extreme It on a Tubi. I'm excited. This movie's only on Tubi. I love the app. We talked about it years ago on Cutting the Cord. So there's a movie now on Tubi called My Dead Ones, a foreign film, subtitled.
What else is on there that you may be in?
Tale of Tales.
Full circle. Full circle.
Well, I'm sure all the attackers have Tubi because of Tale and Tales.
Oh, of course.
So
it's also free.
Now you're going to be able to watch My Dead Ones if we recommend it. No spoilers just yet.
True, we might not.
But we're going to check that out. And then, I missed my MTV.
Yep.
I got to make the pick this week.
Yeah, you did.
This is so weird not having the pick every week.
But
I
feel
love
good?
it. I do. I like getting new music.
Nice, right?
And you've been adding to my favorites list, so I love it. This week, though, we're going to take a look at Cleopatrick Family Van.
Cleo who?
Cleopatrick.
Cleo who?
Cleopatrick. Did it? No.
So the band's name and my name.
Your name's Cleopatrick? Patrick's short for...
No, but like Patrick's. You can't spell Cleopatrick without Patrick.
Gotcha. Anyway, it's a cool rock song I think you guys are going to enjoy. So stick around to hear the rest of that. As he said, clearly he's Patrick. I'm Robbie. This is Get Back Here. You gotta tell him what the show.
It's Attack on Show.
He's not gonna have a head.
Oh, wait.
That was a bit to get through.
That was a bit.
All right, I'm gonna run over to Studio B.
All right.
Some Movie Maniac Minute, and then
I'll just sit here and drink my whiskey.
Light them up. All right, Studio B, we got 1 minute to hit you with all the brand new exciting news. So, Patrick, start the clock for me. Apparently, DC now stands for delayed content. Unfortunately, The Flash, Aquaman 2, and Black Adam have all been postponed, with Aquaman and Black Adam set to now show up in theaters at the end of 2022, and The Flash, we're gonna have to wait all the way to 2023. It's not all bad news out of the DC world. Concept art of Ben Affleck's abandoned Batman film have been released of the Bat suit. And I gotta say, these images look amazing. Is it coincidence with the success of the Batman that this is being released? And rumors recently started swirling that Ben Affleck's Batman does not die in the Flash film. Fingers are crossed, expectations are still high. Maybe we'll get a Ben Affleck solo Batman film. And in other news, Sonic the Hedgehog Part 2 just dropped a brand new trailer and a movie poster, which mimics the Sega Genesis game to a T. Both the trailer and poster have me very excited for this one. What are your thoughts? Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time I have for this Movie Maniac Minute. I'm gonna head over to Studio A to join Patrick because we've gotta hit Peaky Blinders on Binge Worthy.
There we go. What a minute that was.
Wow.
It's like
Who says a minute's not long enough?
the mania.
I'm excited because we are now in Binge Worthy.
Yeah, we are.
And this is a show I've wanted to talk about for years now. And just for some reason never had the right timing. And you recommended the Peaky Blinders.
The Peaky Blinders.
Who I've watched this show for years. So I was excited because it feels like it's an old show.
Mm-hmm.
Not because there's a new season finally coming out after 7 years of waiting. However, Patrick, you want to kick off and fill everybody in on what the Peaky Blinders is?
So Peaky Blinders is a story. It takes place in the turn of the century. Well, not turn of the century, but it's after World War I, and it takes place out in London, and it's basically this family that are pretty much the mob. They're not the mob, but they run numbers, and they own bars. They do criminal activity.
They start by like fixing horse races, right?
Yeah.
Was that? I mean,
yeah. So
it's been so long
it's all
since they
about
started.
like sports betting and all of that. But yeah, I mean, it is just a phenomenal. Like, you may want to watch it with subtitles. I've had to do that for a few episodes because their accents are thick, and it has Cillian Murphy, who plays the lead, Tommy Shelby, and Tom Hardy also happens to be in the series.
Almost too much.
Oh no, he's great, dude. He's so good in it.
Alfie.
But yeah, and then Helen McCrory, who
Unfortunately
rest in
lost
peace.
her life due to
Breast cancer.
Yes, sadly.
She just passed this last year, actually. So it'll be interesting what they do, I guess, with this next season. But
Yeah, because Aunt Polly was like, she's badass in the series.
Yeah, she is. So yeah, it's just really about this family, and it's all like criminal gangs, but this family about staying together, taking care of each other is kind of the heart of it. But
so 3 brothers.
yes, there's
Starts
three.
with the
Well,
3 brothers.
yeah, it starts with 3 brothers, and Cillian Murphy, he plays the middle brother, and they also have a sister, and there's a lot of power struggles within the family, even that. Yeah, it's a brutal show, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, this takes place in the early 1900s.
I said that.
Yes. But it's really kind of the gritty. It starts out in the real gritty areas of like Britain. Like these people aren't wealthy to begin with. Like when the series starts, I mean, they're struggling to get by, which is why they're getting their way wherever they can by like fixing horse races, doing whatever they can to get by. Cillian Murphy's kind of the brains of the operation between the brothers, but these guys are like hardcore gangster, willing to do anything. Not to be confused, so there were real Peaky Blinders. However, this is not, I mean, they took the name from them, but the true story of Peaky Blinders doesn't really relate to this. The basic fame to the Peaky Blinders was they used to hide razor blades in their hats, and they take their hats off and cut people. So that's what they really took into the series here. When the show starts, they use that quite a bit. It kind of gets away from it in the later seasons, but that's kind of the claim to fame of the Peaky Blinders. But it's an interesting, different take on kind of like that old school mafia type films that we were all excited for, like Goodfellas and that, but told in like the British era after World War I. Because it's real interesting to look at how like these people that came back and served in the war, like they were treated like heroes. Like Thomas Shelby served in the war, so he has that kind of power over the government to say, look, he's a World War I, hero, survivor, and they get that kind of credibility from the government. So it's interesting to see how they maneuver that in the series. I thought was great.
And they kind of use it to their advantage.
Yes. One highlight I want to say in the early seasons, Sam Neill.
Yes.
Plays the inspector hunting, or basically investigating the Shelby family. Amazing.
He played it so well because I hated him.
More of a brawn stature of a character for Sam Neill, I thought. That like he really pulled it off. He was so good.
And his accent in it. Like another thing that I really like about all their accents is all of their accents are very particular to the area that they're from.
Yes.
There is, for all of you who don't know, there is no just standard British accent. There are different dialects, just like in the U.S., right?
Yep.
And they play on that really well. Because like him, he almost sounded a little more Scottish, even though he wasn't from Scotland. But there are parts of England that's the sound.
Yes. The show, like Patrick, I was actually going to recommend the same thing. Sometimes you might want to go into the sub, like put your closed caption on. There's been a few times I've had to rewind, turn them on, watch to see what they're saying. It does get kind of frustrating at some points, but I don't think it's reason to give up on the series, because when you do first start it, these accents are very thick.
Vamos for fun and fucking in it, so whiskey, all right.
This show originally aired on BBC, so it wasn't like an American-made TV series. It grew more popular after it was released and just became this huge hit, I think, through streaming services and word of mouth, that they did kind of make it easier, I think, later on. One of the faults I will give the series, though, obviously you brought up Tom Hardy. Yeah, I can't understand a word he says in anything he does, but he's even worse in this series. But I really loved the grittiness of what Peaky Blinders was when it started. However, I felt like as the series progressed, the stylization, I felt like, overtook substance. I'm still excited to watch each season as it goes, and I'm really excited to see season 6. I mean, it's been like a 2-year, I think almost 3-year hiatus. I'm still itching to watch it. I'm not saying I'm not interested. However, when you binge watch this, you will notice the difference. I felt like in the later seasons, it became more stylized. Like they knew it was a cool show. They knew it was the end thing for people to watch. So every walking sequence has to be slow motion. Aunt Polly has to be in style and sunglasses, and they all have to do the cool walk when they're walking. I felt like, especially in season 5, that kind of overtook the substance, where I was kind of turned off a little bit by it. But because you're so invested, because the character and the storytelling is so intriguing, and you're so invested by that point, obviously I am so excited to finish watching. However, I felt like I liked the grittiness more at the beginning of the series.
So
versus
I
the
haven't
end.
gotten through the whole series because I never watched this show when it came out.
Yeah.
And I remember people saying, oh, this was it. And I was like, I don't know, I'll wait. And then I forgot about it. But then when I heard that they were coming out with this, I was like, you know what? Like, I always wanted to watch this and I never got to. So then I went to watch it. And, like, I just... So I'm excited to finish it. But it is definitely, like, when the way we were talking at the beginning, like, ha ha, ho ho ho, that's funny. But no, actually, like, that is how they talk. Like, they talk like this, especially Tom Hardy. He's terrible.
Paul Anderson does a great job. Arthur, he is just wild as the oldest brother. Yep. The acting in the series is just, it is top notch. Joe Cole, who went on to London Gangs, I think is the name of the series. He's amazing. He's the younger brother. The cast is perfect. I think it was casted really well. How they consume the amount of alcohol and cigarettes. I mean, I remember reading an article, like they go through like 6,000 cigarettes a season, and the seasons are only like 6 episodes, but they go through and it is fake tobacco, but smoking that much. Yeah. Like the actors say, it is a struggle.
I don't think
it's insane.
I don't think I've seen one scene with Cillian Murphy that he hasn't smoked a cigarette.
Oh, and then once it's out, they light up again. It is crazy.
It's ripping darts, baby. Ripping darts.
But it is a great series for the storytelling of that kind of mob, gangster, old school style storytelling. This stays true to it. And if that is up your alley, I'm going to say watch Peaky Blinders. And then tell me if after a month you don't own one of these. Much like the Yellowstone fans that are out there buying cowboy hats right now, Peaky Blinders did it first.
Yeah, they did. I own 4 of these now. No, it is like even the style of how they all dress, the way they're groomed, everything is just, oh man.
The music, it is cool. And like I said, I don't want to turn away that the stylization of it isn't cool. It just became more of the focus. But even when they do it, like they do it the cool white stripes or whatever, it's just. It is filmed very cool, and I love the series. So, you a watch? I don't know if we've...
Heck yeah, I'm a watch. Watch the Peaky Blinders.
Do I add heck yeah?
Yeah.
I like it. Heck yeah. That would be a new rating.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, man.
You want to check out Extreme It?
I do.
Extreme It. Right. Extreme It. I do like our new logo for this, by the way. Yeah, that was fun to put together. We're taking a look. This is a unique pick.
It is.
you pointed out the Portuguese film,
Yep.
My Dead Ones, currently streaming on Tubi, a free app that you can watch all kinds of great entertainment like Tale of Tales for free. And My Dead Ones is on there. This movie was made in 2018. It's kind of a meets Dexter meets American Psycho style type film.
I would agree with that.
Following a loner who is a possible serial killer.
It's dark, but it's so good.
You liked it.
How was this brought to us?
This was actually the producer reached out to us to review the film, and I was I wasn't sure what to expect. I mean, we kind of get these offers all the time. Hey, check out our movie. Check out our movie. This was one that like I put on in an effort of like, sure, I'll give it a try. I had like a half an hour before I was ready to go to bed, and I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't want to turn it off.
No.
I was really surprised. A few things that like stood out on me. The acting was good. Cinematography, I thought, was
beautiful.
The plot, like you said, it's dark. Held my interest. I was pleasantly surprised that like I did not want to turn this off.
Yep.
A half an hour into it, I was geeked to try and get through the rest of it.
I'm still trying to piece together exactly everything that happened and how it happened. I still don't know for sure.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like I said. I mean, I tie it to like American Psycho, where like you finish that movie and you say, did he kill them? Did he not? Was it all in his head? This movie is a mind f*** in the same matter of watching it. You think you know what's going on, but there's a lot of twists involved where you can't quite puzzle it. And I credit Nicholas Prattis for his acting.
Oh, he was phenomenal, dude.
And yes.
And at the time, he was what, 20 years old? Because he's 24 years old now. I looked it up. I looked up this guy.
Okay.
He's like 24 years old now, and he when he filmed it, he was like 20 years old when he did this.
It was insane, and it's nice. It's very cool because it's told in like a narrative type form as well, from his point of view. So you're watching this world from his point of view, and he likes to videotape everything. And what's really interesting, this is kind of how they tie in like the internet, where he likes to film his murders and then post them on like the dark web. Well, that starts to kind of come unraveled as people start to see these videos, and it's a good cat and mouse story where not only, like Patrick's saying, is you're starting to question what really happened or what did. The surface story, you start saying, is this guy going to get caught? Is he not? There's like an intensity level, I think, with this movie that like they bring you to this level of just kind of at the edge of your seat, waiting to see what happens, and like it doesn't let off.
No, not at all. It just continues, and the train just keeps moving and keeps moving. It keeps speeding up, and it gets faster and faster and faster. And to me, like I started getting like anxious.
Yes.
Watching this movie. Like at first at the beginning I was like, okay, like this is very artsy. All right, this is very artsy. This is great, whatever. But it got to a point where I was like, oh man, like I was getting this, almost starting to get the same sort of antsiness like of Uncut Gems.
Like I was even kind of tying like Dexter into this idea of the way he justifies the people he's selecting. And then also told from the point of view. So when you watch Dexter, it's his narrative, his perspective on the world and why he's doing things. This movie kind of captured that same emotional feel for me in that matter of you kind of start understanding why he's doing it, and you don't necessarily disagree, even though he's doing bad things. Like some of the people he's choosing, you're kind of like, that guy's an a-hole. Don't get on my list. But I do want to credit, it was Phil Louis Galliano who reached out to us. He's a producer on the movie.
Phil Louis Galliano?
Louis, who asked us to review the movie. And, again, I'm always hesitant to do this because if it's not a good movie, I don't know how to say that. I can't be mean, right? We can't be jerks.
Yeah, we can't be jerks, can we?
So I'm happy in this case, Phil.
Thank God,
you
Phil,
recommended a great film that, like, I'm really happy to say on Attack on Show today. Everybody, download Tubi if you don't already have it for free, and watch My Dead Ones.
Yes.
I think you will be pleasantly surprised, even though it's you're gonna have to watch it subtitled. They do have a dubbed version, but I prefer subtitled.
Oh, really?
Always. Yeah, there's a dubbed version on on Tubi,
Oh.
but I chose subtitle because I prefer the original audio.
Yeah, I like the original audio, but I will say it was difficult for me to watch in the subtitles because I felt like because there was always so much going on that you needed to pay attention to on the screen that I felt like I was missing things when I would look to see what the words were.
And that's a credit to the cinematography.
Yes,
I think,
it is.
Because yes, every shot is just spectacular in this. And you point out the CGI, the special effects.
Yeah.
This is what, 450?
Not even a $500,000 budget. And I think they just knocked it out of the park.
So credit to all of you making My Dead Ones. And when you watch this movie, Attackers, we want to see comments below. Let us know what you think, if you agree with us, and if you enjoyed it as much as we did. Because I'm really excited to hear feedback from people on this movie.
Definitely.
I like to find these hidden gems.
Get it. I get it, because I said Uncut Gems, the movie. Anyhow.
You ready for music?
I'm ready for music. Let's get to it, baby.
I miss my MTV. I'm excited for this one. This is a very cool alt rock. Is it alt rock?
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
Like it's a very cool, like, alt rock.
Alt rock. You gotta do like the. I don't know.
Or you could be like Korg
Who's that?
from Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
You're like, hi, mate. My name's Korg. This is me.
You're gonna really like this track.
You don't really like this stuff?
This came out May of 2021. It's Cleopatrick. The song title is called Family Van. Currently at 276,000 views. Hopefully we're gonna add some more to that because I think this is a really cool track that should take off. There's a cool, awesome beat to it. So without further ado, check out Family Van.
Up late trying to isolate what hurt me. I was hoping that the porch would give me peace. You heard my heat, you observed this beat. Yeah, look, you can't just diss and come tell me I'm sorry. Yeah, can't hear me talk, go tell my stories. Word from Aubrey Dawn. I know you're only fucking me 'cause I'm young. 'Cause I'm young. But in the end, I always know you're home. You're home. Now you rock dummies and won't take when I talk. Play it safe, got no harmful takes, got no sauce. Double back, double cross, never break, take a loss. Kicking pace, label boss, label self, label toss.
Wow!
Do you like it though?
Yeah, dude.
I like the simplicity of the video.
Yes.
Like just rocking out like a caravan.
Rocking out in a van in a soccer mom van.
That's the best though, because then you get to focus on the music, which I think is a very cool jam. Sounds really good. So make sure you check out the link below to hear the full track. You're gonna enjoy it, and then let us know what you think. If you enjoyed it as much as we did. Ladies and gentlemen, this is concluding another fantastic episode of Attack on Show. We thank you for watching. Before you start watching the next video of ours, make sure you hit like and subscribe.
Comment, share, hit that notification button.
Yes. As always, I'm Rob E.
I'm Patrick Harney.
And this is
Attack on Show.